This week we're breaking into the Lucasfilm archives.
No, actually we're not. It's a storage unit.
We broke right in. We knocked on the door and they opened it for us and we broke right in.
This week on the Star Wars Show, Andy sits down with Star Wars author Jason Fry. We dig for lost artifacts at the Lucasfilm storage unit, and much, much more. Now, from the Lucasfilm headquarters, it's the Star Wars Show.
Hey, I'm Anthony Carboni.
And I'm Andy Gutierrez, and welcome to the Star Wars Show, a show that manages to keep the conversation about a 40-year-old franchise going every single week for the last year and change.
Yeah, and we haven't had a slow news week yet.
Not yet.
Let's go to the news.
Last week, ILM X Lab and The Void announced a new hyper-reality experience entitled Star Wars Secrets of the Empire.
Secrets of the Empire will allow fans the opportunity to step into the world of Star Wars through virtual reality in a fully immersive experience that utilizes more than just your eyes and ears, allowing you to touch and even smell the world around you as you move freely and untethered throughout the social and multi-sensory experience.
Star Wars Secrets of the Empire will open at Downtown Disney in Anaheim and Disney Springs in Florida beginning this holiday season. Entertainment Weekly revealed two new covers this morning featuring Rey on one and Luke Skywalker on the other. Inside the fall movie preview issue, we're treated to a slew of new images, including our first look at the caretakers of Ahch-To Island, the new Praetorian Guards, as well as more images of Porgs, Finn, Rose, General Leia, Kylo Ren, Poe, Canto Bight, and much, much more. For more information, check out EW.com or pick up the issue when it hits newsstands this Friday.
In self-congratulatory news, the Star Wars Show got its very own billboard on Hollywood Boulevard this week.
That's right, the world's best web series, as judged by ourselves, is out there in the larger world, spreading the good word about ourselves with a massive sign in the middle of Los Angeles.
Man, I'll tell you, everybody in LA is just talking about this sign. It's all I hear about in LA.
So much buzz.
So much so that we sent our good friend Matt Lieb out onto the streets to talk to normal people about their favorite short-form variety series, The Star Wars Show.
Enjoy.
You're watching the Star Wars Show.
Matt Lieb here at the corner of Hollywood Boulevard and Sycamore, where we have our very own For Your Consideration billboard. I'm going around talking to people about how psyched they are that the Star Wars Show was nominated. Hey, you guys like Star Wars? Come on, you want to talk about Star Wars though?
Star Wars, bro.
Ever watch the Star Wars show on the internet?
Yes, I do. Oh, wait, on the internet. What Star Wars show?
This is the Star Wars show, and we got nominated for an Emmy.
What? Emmy ballot was not so far away.
Oh, that's lit, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Good job.
Star Wars plus Emmys.
Have you heard of the Star Wars show? It's on the internet.
Oh, no.
No.
We do not.
No.
No, I have not.
At some point, we're gonna find someone who's actually seen the
How
show.
do you find them?
Any of you guys members of the Television Academy? Ah, Hollywood Boulevard. It's like Comic-Con all the time here. Do you ever watch Star Wars?
I do. I've watched every film.
Every day's Star Wars with him.
No, we can't have DC. No. Hi, Charles.
Hi.
I'm Matt.
I know I've watched.
You have?
Always?
Yeah.
Hello?
I watch on YouTube sometimes.
My boys do watch it, though.
I watched like one of them, you know what I mean? And when I watched it, I liked it.
I think you guys are going to win the Emmy. I mean, who doesn't love Star Wars?
Yeah.
There's a lot of Jedi warriors out there for you, bro.
I'm gonna soak this in for a second because this feels really good.
Hashtag Star Wars Show.
Emmy.
We're going to be heading for that small moon.
That's no moon.
Everybody say hi to my friend Jason Fry, who has written countless Star Wars books and is working on the upcoming novelization of The Last Jedi, which we can't really talk about. So we will start talking about things that I use all the time, your reference books. What's that process like? Different than writing something like a novel or a short story or narrative piece?
They're both amazing amounts of fun. It's still storytelling, but it's storytelling with a different goal. Instead of following characters along through plots, etc., you're really looking at the stuff in the background. But the idea is the same, that you're still supporting this story, whether it's giving people more insight to what might be happening just off screen, or sometimes just having a whole lot more lore for people who love Star Wars to dive into.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, yeah.
'Cause there's got to be some fun stuff that I haven't even seen. So
how many hours do we have? Oh my gosh, there's so many. And the favorite one, this was Pablo Hidalgo and I got up to this. We were looking at Han and Chewie's bulk freighter in The Force Awakens, which I also got to name. That was pretty amazing.
That's fun.
The Eravana. I was like, yes, I can't believe it. So the Eravana has all these cargo containers and things stuck to it, some of which we find out include Rathtars and stuff you don't want loose, but there's all this other stuff we never got to see. Pablo and I were like, well, there's this one container that they've never been able to get into, that they don't know what it is. And we actually used the serial number on the crate at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Nice.
And that was easily my favorite.
Do you have anything in the works right now when we're coming up to 8, Last Jedi?
My friend Kemp Remillard and I are working on the vehicles book for episode 8, which has been a blast. I'm also doing a really fun book called Bomber Command. It's a companion to Elizabeth Ween's Cobalt Squadron.
I'm really looking forward to that one.
Oh, me too.
I love Rose already. I don't know anything
Yes.
about her, and I just want to know everything.
I know, I feel the same way. I love these characters. And in that book, we're doing things like telling the story of Rose and some of her comrades in this war. But that's also been terrific moving ahead, writing The Last Jedi, the adult novelization, which
Right.
is
super exciting.
Oh my God, it's
Congratulations.
Thank
that's
you.
That's
Thank
gotta
you.
be an insane undertaking.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I mean, it's a great challenge. But just think about that and think about how can you support the story that we're all going to see on screen. I mean, that's a great challenge and I'm really enjoying it. But at the same time, you know, I always flash back to I was 8 years old holding that gold Del Rey original Star Wars novelization and, you know, forcing myself to slow down because I was reading it so fast. And now, you know, amazingly, I get to be a part of that tradition.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to read your novelization. It's gonna be so much fun. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you.
Ooh, these would run $2,000 or so. This looks like a plug on your grandma's lamp.
Oh, and he's squishy.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Max. This is Lucas, and we are here at one of Lucasfilm's top secret storage units full of all kinds of cool stuff, including vintage collectibles of all sorts. Lucas, let's go root through some junk.
So if you, I don't know, invented Microsoft or something in the 90s, you could wind up with one of these in your living room. This is the Don Post life-size Stormtrooper. These would run back then around $2,000 or so.
Yeah, Don Post was one of the earliest Star Wars licensees. For a lot of 501st, their first helmet was a Don Post helmet.
Now, if the budget for a Stormtrooper isn't doable, you can also get something smaller, like this nice R2 here.
When Don Post first started putting these high-end replicas out, it was often the only time you could get something at this scale of this quality.
Ooh, what do we got here? This feels like removing stones from some sort of ancient architecture. This is Gentle Giant Yoda. Oh, and he talks too. Now, normally when you handle a lightsaber, you shouldn't grab it by the blade. Well, here's something that fetches a hefty sum, no matter where you are in the galaxy. On carbonite. See who it's from.
The elusive originals timeless collectible from the Lucasfilm Archive collection is certified as one of the limited edition of only 2,500 pieces that were created by Mario Chiodo using original molds from the Lucasfilm Archive.
Wow. Now, we came here for a lot of reasons, but really we came here for one reason, and that is to open the tomb of Jar Jar Binks. Ah! It's alive!
Big boomers.
Now, ancient Star Wars collectors would insert a hook through the nose to remove the brain and the entrails, preserving the body for good. No, not really. This was a Pepsi promotional item, right? The Tomb of Jar Jar. I love this.
Okay, so that's really cool. There's so much more in there that we can't wait to show you. What was your favorite part? No, don't tell them. They have to tune in next time to see more.
I cannot believe we have a Jar Jar.
He is so beautiful.
This is like the best thing we could have ever done.
We can do so many things with him.
So many.
Speaking of, we want to know what sort of Jar Jar pranks we can play in the office with our newfound friend.
Send in your ideas using the hashtag Jar Jar Pranks, and you might see them in a future episode.
As for this episode, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.
Now that we're together, I'm never gonna let you go.
Why are there so many Star Wars?
Because there was 9 books to the original story.
That sounds wrong.
You need to ask George Lucas, he wrote the books.
I am positive that's not right.